for the serious gamer.
Yeah! Woo! Do you feel it? Do you feel things shifting around? You feel the current, the movement, the wave of change coming? Oh yeah, I do. I mean, it's raining outside. It's pouring where I am right now. But it feels like the sun is shining. You know what I mean? I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics, and I'm talking about the movement of banning and stopping the cheaters and hackers and glitchers of the computer world, the video game world, my world. You just call it sad, call it whatever you want. This is where I live, this is where I play, this is where I eat, sleep, and breathe. It is what I love, I've always loved, and I will continue to love. And it's been a plague recently over the last few years. More and more horrible, despicable, parasitic creatures called cheaters and hackers and glitchers have been ruining games. And it feels like there's a good movement now. Game developers are like, you know what? If we can't stop it, people are going to stop playing these games because masses, it's the few rotten apples, you're spoiling the bunch. And they're starting to take it very seriously. So I'm going to go into these two stories here first, and then I want to go into one last thing where I'm going to talk about all the comments that I read. I read a lot of comments. You know, I put a lot of videos out, and I always talk about it. I rant and I rave about cheaters and glitchers, and a lot of people defend it. Probably people that actually cheat and hack and glitch, even though they say, well, I've never done that, and I never will. But I'm just saying, what does it matter if you do that? Come on, dude. If you can't see what the matter is, then either you're a dumbass or you're a cheater. So anyway, StarCraft 2 players. And this was just, I think it was a couple of days ago they announced this. 5,000, which, you know, yeah, sure, drop in the bucket. I don't care. 5,000. Even if it was one, I'm like, they found one and banned him. I'd be like, huzzah! But 5,000 StarCraft 2 players have been, accounts have been suspended and or banned. Not and or. Suspended or banned. So 5,000 of these individuals were caught cheating, and I can't remember, I'll give you the link to the article, but the whole point is that the game developers are now taking this very seriously. So 5,000 StarCraft 2 players have been suspended or banned, permanently banned. So congratulations, you bought a game that you're not going to be allowed to play, or you're going to have to find another way to get back in there, and if you cheat, you're going to get banned again. That's going to be awesome, and I love it. I love it whenever we make these cheaters and glitchers and hackers work, because it always will. And this is what all your comments, but I'm going to get into that after, because it's the same old shit where you guys are like, well, it doesn't take that much to get back in. Anyway, and now we got recently, this is awesome, and I think Tuesday they're going to announce new playlists for Halo Reach, Bungie that is. But Bungie decided, you know what, let's announce this first. So, and this is real recent, I think it was just yesterday or something. Overnight, 15,000 Xbox Halo Reach players. I mean, come on, dudes. There's probably more StarCraft 2 players, or maybe there's not. I don't know. There's a lot of them, but 15,000 is disgustingly high for one game. But anyway, 15,000 accounts have been reset. Not banned, but reset. All of your points in your ranks for 15,000 people due to an exploitation of a, what is it, it was a challenge. It was like I forget what it was. It was one of the challenges that you could do, and basically by intentionally disrupting or disconnecting your system. So it was one of these, you know, disconnect, plug back in, disconnect, plug back in. Once you got the actual points, and all of a sudden you thought, oh, I'm really smart, look at me, I'm using this little thing, someone found it, and now we can actually get lots of points by just disconnecting and reconnecting. Well, guess what? Bungie knows you're doing it. And Bungie reset 15,000 accounts. Now, they didn't ban them, but I guarantee you, if you have repeat cheating and stuff like that, they're gonna start banning. But this is what I love about Bungie. Not only, you know, whether you like their games or not, it's how much pride they have in their games. And I love them for this. The fact that they have that, they have their website following the actual gameplay where all the information is reported by every player, all the games, the stats, and everything on every map is reported to them, and they share it with everyone else, is incredible. And it shows how much they love that friggin' game, how much effort they put in that game and how much they want that game to succeed. And in doing so, the only way to ensure that, and to ensure that masses of people can enjoy it as well, is to stop the few cockroaches that ruin this game. And it's these ranks. And this is actually kind of ties in with what I said, what I'm going to talk about in a little bit that kind of pissed me off with tons of you guys that are writing these things. And I don't care who you are, I don't care if you're a subscriber, because you're not getting it. So I'm going to use Bungie's representation as well to sort of fortify what I'm about to talk about. So Bungie bans, resets 15,000 cheaters scores, like points and ranks, right down to 0, and put a 1 or 2 day, I think it was a 1 day ban on it once they've actually come back on. So it deletes it, and then for a whole day, no matter what they play, while they're playing for that day, they get nothing. You get no points. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you'll get absolutely nothing. And you still, my understanding is they actually have to play like a day's worth or whatever. Not a day's worth, but you know what I mean, for one more day. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm getting all mixed up. It doesn't really matter. It's irrelevant. But the cool thing is Bungie's going one step further. And this is actually sort of addressing some of the other people's pessimistic views again. The people, well, what's the point of doing that? They'll just get a key vault and a blah, 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 blah. No. Bungie is going one step further and basically said that the way that they found these people cheating and the way that, and they have other actually mechanisms in place, not just for that type of cheat, but for recognizing other types of cheats in it as well. Hacks or cheats, it doesn't really matter. And they're actually putting an automated system in. Now, you hear me rant and rave about Black Ops and how we should all get involved and how we should report this. It's a great start, and I'm 100% on board with that, baby. I'll tell you that much. I am on there, and I'm going to be hunting cheaters down like there's no tomorrow. But Bungie has gone leaps and bounds beyond it. They're setting up an automated system. So without anyone having to do anything, the computer system, their software system, will automatically detect cheaters and immediately ban. And I'm suspecting that if there's repeat violations, you're going to get permanently banned. And the argument that, oh, well, I'll just buy a $15, a $5, a $1.50, who cares what the price is? You know, I think it's like $15. $15 for a key vault to unban your system. Well, guess what? It costs Bungie nothing more than they've already invested in it. It's automated. The second that you do it again, boom, another $15. Boom, another $15. I love it. You know what? I hope to God that you keep buying key vaults, you dumbasses. I hope that you keep trying to unban your systems because you're a bunch of dipwads and just can't play fairly. And this automated system is going to friggin' shaft you so hard. And I hope that those that cheat, let's just say from Reach, since we're on it, if you continue to cheat on there and you have repeat violations, I hope that you get permanently banned. I hope that you bought the game, dropped the cash, what was it, $50, $60 or whatever it is. Whoever you got it. Well, I got it for $49.99. I don't care how much you paid for it. I don't give a shit. But the fact is that the second that you actually do these stupid cheats, you're going to lose that game. You can play your campaign over and over again. Isn't that fun? Enjoy your campaign. Multiplayer, gone. You want to get a key vault? Go ahead, $15. Boom, banned again right away. Automatic bans, suspensions. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Bungie, thank you for friggin' taking this to the next level. Those of you that are getting Black Ops or thinking about getting Black Ops, remember, take advantage of this. Let's beat that number. 15,000? Bah! This is a multi-platform game. We can beat 15,000. And think about it. We get rid of 15,000 people. That's how much better your gaming is going to actually be. 15,000 people just in Xbox alone is great. But we need like 15,000, 20,000 per platform across the board. That will make gaming excellent. I guarantee you will clean it up really well. And hopefully they can learn, maybe take note from what Bungie's doing, because Bungie set the bar in terms of slapping cheaters down. The ban hammer, they got the biggest ban hammer. They got a war hammer. And when they bring that sucker out, I hope other game developers are taking note of that. And Call of Duty, Activision, whoever it is that's actually making the next, games for us, and saying, you know what, this is actually bringing the reputation back into these games. So let's do this. And Black Ops is only going to be as successful as much as you guys put the effort into it. So join me. Join me in hunting. It'll be like a cockroach hunting fest. That'll actually make it fun. Think about it. We'll have fun beating people in the games, but it'll be more fun when we actually catch cheaters or suspected cheaters. We could easily find them, report them. Like say day 1, all of a sudden we see a 10th level. Ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna report, you know what, I'm telling you, I get the game as soon as it comes out. I'll have it on midnight release. And if within one day I see someone at 10th level, just for shits and giggles and to roll the dice and see what happens, I will be probably reporting them all. Because it's, logistically it's impossible even if they played all the way through. It's just, you don't have enough time to do that unless you're actually cheating and doing something a little bit shoddy. So hopefully I can find some of those. That would be awesome. But then it gets a little difficult. And then after that, you know, it's... Are they legit? I don't have time to calculate. Maybe you guys do. You could figure out how long it actually takes logistically to get the 10th level. And maybe we have a certain window in the very beginning of the game where we can actually ban those guys. That would be friggin' awesome. But I'm sure Treyarch's going to be on that. Anyway, join me on that. Now here's one last thing before I go. I know I ramble. Blah, 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 blah. There's so many comments about this. And either you're cheaters yourself, which, you know what, screw you, I hope you die, you're a piece of garbage. Well, I don't hope you die, because I want you to be alive to suffer the wrath of banning and suspensions. That's great. It's great. I love it. It's like taking money away from you. Yes. Anyway, so those of you, they're like, oh, I don't get it. I ranted and I talk about fall camo, and it's the least of all evils to some people. But here's the point I'm trying to make, and I'd say it over and over again, but it's not sinking through your head. You don't seem to get it. And I'm not talking about all of you. I'm talking about the few numbnuts out there that are just like, well, it's just fall camo. It really doesn't hurt me. It doesn't affect me. You know what? It's not about you. It's about the gaming community. Stop being such a selfish little prick and think about everyone gaming. You know what I mean? I want to play with people that aren't super pissed off and angry all the time. I want to go in there and have fun. You know what I mean? Talk a little smack because it's fun. Have some good games. Have some close matches. That's it. That's what I want to do. Bring the fun back into friggin' video games. But this is what I'm talking about fall camo. You're like, oh, it's fall camo. It doesn't really hurt anyone. It hurts a lot of people. Not necessarily me, but at one point it would have. Back in Call of Duty 4 days, you know, I worked hard to get my Red Tiger, I said Red Dragon before, my Red Tiger camo on my weapons. And you concentrated on that. And you always wanted that Red Tiger on there. And for those that really pushed for it, they wanted their golden AK. And it was a sense of achievement. You're like, yeah, I got it. I know, you know, some of my old buddies, they're like, yeah, I got my golden AK. It was like they won the lottery. But when people boost, even for simple things like the fall camo or whatever, it takes away that enjoyment. If everyone's got it, because everyone's a bunch of cheating, hacking pieces of garbage, it makes the fall camo relevant. You see someone fall camo, you're like, whatever, who cares, everyone's got it. It loses that pride that you have in your gaming. And pride is important. I don't care. For those of you, there's all different levels. The casual gamers that come in, you know, usually drunk on a Saturday night just to play a couple of games, swear, have fun with your buddies, that's fine. But you know what? You're not the ones I'm talking about. And quite frankly, I don't give a shit. I mean, have fun with the game and everything. I'm talking about people that are serious into the game and really like the game. This is what they do. You may do something else, maybe you don't take it seriously. I don't fucking care. It's not my problem. Anyway, go, you know, be drunk, play your games, I don't care, but I take it seriously. And so for those of you that work hard to get fall camo, it's like someone pisses on your face. Well, I don't know if that's a golden shower. You know what I mean. Anyway, it's like, they're like, oh, who cares? Meanwhile, you're like, what are you talking about, who cares? I got my fall camo, even though it looked kind of like puke, but you know what I mean. So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. It's these little things that seemingly some people don't see it as being ruined, but it does ruin things. And all of those people I hope get banned. And maybe in the future, all developers will automatically and concentrate on putting a special banning system. And hopefully like Bungie where it's automatic. Because I have a feeling we've got there's a new sort of turn or twist. There's a change coming. And I feel it coming. And I hope all game developers now take their games seriously enough that they implement some sort of banning system on there. And we start cleaning out all these cockroaches and start causing you to lose all your money and a pain in the ass for you to get your little key vaults. I don't care if it's $1.50. $1.50 costs me nothing to ban you. Costs me nothing to report you, slap in something. You gotta pay it. Whether it's $1.50, ain't $1.50 for me. I'll go buy a coffee or something and you have to go and spend it on something because you're a dumbass. Ha 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 ha! I'm Guns for Hire from NextGenTactics. Aw yeah, cheaters be warned.